Hello, Phoenix Union staff, families, and community. I am Chad Gueston, and I am very proud to serve as the superintendent of the Phoenix Union High School District. Every day, we wake up and come to work to transform the lives of our nearly 28,000 beautiful young men and young women, and at the same time to love and support and develop our nearly 3,500 employees. And we also know that in this day and age, in 2019, that the safety and security for us, of all 32,000 souls that come to work and learn every day in Phoenix Union, is just as important, if not more important, than the work that we do in classrooms every day in our system. Yet at the same time, we know that social media threats and general threats to schools and school systems across the country are becoming all too common, especially social media posts. Because of the ease and access to social media, youth today can simply pull a picture off the internet, overlay some words, and send out a post that threatens the safety, psychological safety, social emotional safety of entire schools and even school systems. As an example, over the weekend, a post was made at Trevor Brown High School, a threat that harm might be done at that school, and that particular threat was then altered and sent out to other schools in Phoenix Union, but also outside of Phoenix Union, across our valley and even across our state. And we've seen an increase of these social media posts, not just in the city, but in the state and even across our nation. And what we know to be true is that although almost every single one of these threats turns out to not be valid or credible, these threats are certainly scary, and they create great anxiety for staff, for students, for parents, and for community. In fact, I am not just the superintendent of Phoenix Union, I'm a Phoenix Union parent. I send my daughter to school every day in this system. And there was a day last year where a social media post and threat was sent out to the school that my daughter attended. It was quickly deemed not to be valid, but that morning I sent my daughter to school because I trust the system behind the scenes that's working to guarantee the safety of my child. And so when threats like this come up, we want to make sure that the community knows that there are many actions that we take. Even though we might believe from minute one that a post or a threat is going to turn out to be invalid, we take every single threat seriously, as if we were protecting the lives of our own children. And there are many actions that we take, actions that are very public and actions that are behind the scenes, to ensure the safety of our staff and our students. And rest assured that our team, our executive team, our district leadership team, safety security teams, and our campus teams work around the clock, 24/7, especially when we are investigating social media threats, to ensure the safety and take all the necessary precautions to have a safe and orderly school day the morning of or the day after a threat was made. One of the first things that we do when navigating a social media threat is work through a detailed communication plan. We focus first and foremost on sending out a timely yet accurate statement both internally and externally. Often, and we are fully aware of this, that first communication is not as specific as most people would like it to be. Often that's because we want to make sure that every single word that we send out is accurate. And at the same time, there's often an investigation happening behind the scenes, and we do not want to send out information that might hinder any sort of an investigation. Communication is given both internally and externally. Internally, typically that happens through an email and or a staff meeting so that our staff feel like they are equipped with the knowledge necessary. Again, we can only share information that we are publicly and legally able to share. And then when it comes to communicating with parents and community, we use our website as the place where we house community updates. We will often send a dialer out to our entire community, to all the parents and staff who are associated with a particular school, and direct them to our website. And on that website, we post our initial letter, and then throughout the investigation and the school day or the days leading up to a school day, we will update that letter. And so we highly encourage parents to continue to go back to our website to look for updates. Of course, feel free to call the school at any time. Aside from communication, there's a lot of work that's happening behind the scenes between Phoenix Union and in partnership with law enforcement. As soon as a social media threat is posted, we work directly and around the clock with local law enforcement. We launch a major investigation, a technological investigation, going through tips, going through insights, chasing down leads, working and looking at forensic evidence to try to narrow down our investigation to find the individual or individuals who posted that threat. This is happening again 24/7 around the clock from the moment a social media post is put online. At the same time, what you might see more publicly is a dramatic increase in law enforcement presence. We have a great partnership with law enforcement when incidents like this occur. Evening, overnight, morning, throughout the school day, there's an increase of patrol and presence not only on campus, but in the community and near the campus to ensure that we are watching at all times for activity that might seem abnormal or pose any sort of threat to the school community. And on top of that, Phoenix Union as an institution, as an organization, also works on our own safety plan. We dramatically increase the security personnel on a campus. We increase the number of hours that we watch that campus. We increase the number of time that we are looking at our videos and our cameras to make sure the campus is safe. We run perimeter checks and perimeter sweeps. We often decrease the number of access points to a campus. We also increase administrative support and personnel support so that we, in many ways, have an all-hands-on-deck approach when we are navigating a social media threat. But whether that's communication, partnership with local law enforcement, or some of the actions that we take internally, again, rest assured, two things: that our teams are working around the clock to ensure the safety of our staff and our students. And please know that if we ever believe that school is not safe and that a threat is so imminent that it could pose a legitimate physical threat to our students or our staff, we would in fact close school or shorten the school day if needed. Ultimately, our commitment is that we will work around the clock to ensure the safety and security of our 28,000 students and our 3,500 employees. And at the same time, we'll work tirelessly to create the conditions for our staff and our students to help us fulfill our mission of preparing every single student for success in college, career, and life, and to help us fulfill our promise that we made to our community, that we will offer amazing schools of opportunity that welcome, love, and inspire all students to go places and do things that matter. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this video address, and I look forward to seeing you on campus tomorrow.